Welcome to Ideas to DNA. How much of your mental energy is currently being held hostage by other people? Be honest. How many hours this week have you spent analyzing a text message that felt off? How much sleep did you lose trying to solve a problem for a family member who won't lift a finger to solve it themselves? And how often do you walk on eggshells because you're terrified of someone else's reaction? We call this being a good friend or being responsible. But psychology calls it something else: overfunctioning. You are exhausting yourself trying to manage variables that you have zero authority over. You are trying to control the weather. Today, we are breaking down the let them theory. This isn't just a catchy phrase popularized by Mel Robbins. It is a psychological circuit breaker. It is the difference between living a life of chronic anxiety and a life of unshakable peace. We're going to cover how to stop hurting cats, why your need to help is actually hurting the people you love, and the three specific situations where you must never use this theory. Let's get your life back. At its core, the let them theory is a behavioral tool designed to do one thing: shift your locus of control. Right now, your happiness probably relies on external factors. If he calls, I'm happy. If my boss is in a good mood, I'm safe. If my friend takes my advice, I feel validated. This is a losing game. You are bankrupting your own energy economy. The theory operates in two phases. Phase one is let them. This is the relinquishment. It's the moment you realize you are trying to manipulate an outcome that isn't yours. Phase two is let me. And this is the reclamation. Once you stop obsessing over what they are doing, you suddenly have a surplus of energy to decide what you're going to do. Think of your attention like a bank account. Every time you stress over someone else's choices, you are writing a check you can't cash. We need to look at your return on attention. But if you aren't getting an ROI, you need to stop investing. Let's talk about the biggest energy drain: the need to be understood. Robbins talks about the unicycle mentality. Imagine you decide to ride a unicycle down the highway. People are going to stare. They're going to be confused. They might even honk. Now imagine you stop your unicycle, get off, and run to every single car window to explain why you're riding it. No, see, it's good for my core. It's eco-friendly. You look insane, right? But we do this emotionally every day. We make a choice, like getting sober, starting a business, or setting a boundary. And then we explain ourselves until we are blue in the face because we want validation. We want them to get it. Here is the hard truth. You are engaging in self-rejection. When you frantically try to prove your worth to people who don't see it, you are telling yourself that your opinion isn't enough. The let them fix? Let them be confused. Let them misunderstand you. Let them think you're wrong. You are the one riding the unicycle. You don't need the people in the cars to approve of your balance. Now let's apply this to your love life and your friendships. This is where it gets uncomfortable. The biggest mistake we make in relationships is falling in love with potential rather than reality. You aren't dating the person in front of you. You're dating the person they could be if they just listened to your coaching. You're trying to fix them. The let them theory demands that you drop the rope. Let them show you who they are. If they want to cancel plans last minute, let them. If they want to be ambiguous about commitment, let them. If they don't want to celebrate your win, let them. This isn't about being passive. It's about data collection. And when you stop covering for them, you get to see the truth. And once you see the truth, you move to the let me phase. They showed me they aren't reliable. Okay, let me stop inviting them. They showed me they aren't interested. Okay, let me move on and find someone who is. Stop fighting reality. As long as you are trying to change them, you are trapped. When you let them, you become free to choose if you actually want to stay. Quick side note, this isn't just woo-woo philosophy, it's biology. When you try to control something you can't, your amygdala goes haywire. It triggers a fight or flight response. You literally feel like you're under attack because your friend is making a bad decision. Saying the phrase, let them, is a cognitive circuit breaker. It signals to your brain, there is no tiger, there is no threat. It deactivates the panic center and turns on your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for logic and strategy. You cannot make good decisions when you are in fix-it mode. You have to detach to think clearly. If you consider yourself a high achiever or the rock of the family, listen closely. You might be suffering from overfunctioning. This is a compulsion where you jump in to fix problems to lower your own anxiety. You pay your siblings' debt so you don't have to worry about them. You finish your coworker's project because it's just easier if I do it. You smooth over an argument between your parents so everyone stays calm. You think you're being helpful. Actually, you're being disrespectful. And when you constantly rescue people, you rob them of the opportunity to grow. Growth only happens in the sting of failure. If you cushion every fall, you are making the people you love weaker and more dependent on you. You are creating the exact dynamic you resent. If you have a partner who underfunctions, someone who is passive or lazy, It's probably because you are overfunctioning. You have created a vacuum that they usually fill, but because you're doing it all, they don't have to. Let them drop the ball. Let them face the consequences. It is the only way they will ever learn to catch it themselves. Okay, how do we actually say this? I want to give you some specific scripts to use when you feel that urge to control rising up. Scenario 1, the rude coworker, old you. Getting defensive, venting to HR, ruining your day. New you, let them be rude. That is a reflection of their character, not my competence. Let me stay professional and finish this report. Scenario 2, the family guilt trip, old you. Arguing, defending your choices, feeling like a bad person. New you, let them be disappointed. They are allowed to have their feelings. Let me enjoy my holiday plans without carrying their emotions. Scenario 3, the two truths dynamic. Your mother-in-law hates your career change. You've been fighting about it for months. The fix, let her hate it. Her fear is real to her. Your excitement is real to you. Two truths can coexist. You don't need to convince her to be right. You just need to do it. Now, I need to hit the brakes for a second, because there are 3 specific times where you do not use the let them theory. If we apply this indiscriminately, it becomes dangerous. Exception 1, safety. If someone is about to drive drunk, you don't say, let them. If someone is self-harming, you don't say, let them. If there is immediate danger, you intervene. Period. Exception 2, rights and advocacy. If you are being discriminated against at work or witnessing abuse, you do not let them. You advocate. You fight back. Let them is for personal preferences and behaviors, not for systemic injustice or abuse. Exception 3, trauma and CPTSD. If you have a history of trauma, being told to let go can feel like being told to give up or accept abuse. If your nervous system is stuck in survival mode, let them might make you overcompliant. In these cases, the answer isn't let them, it's let them go. You remove access. You terminate the relationship. You don't tolerate the behavior. You remove yourself from the blast zone. Here is the bottom line. You have spent enough of your life trying to control the win. You have screamed at the win. You have cried at the win. And you have tried to negotiate with the win. It hasn't worked. The let them theory is the moment you stop yelling at the weather and you simply grab the ropes and adjust your own sails. You let people be who they are so you can finally be who you are. I want you to try this for just 24 hours. The next time you feel that tightness in your chest because someone isn't doing what you want them to do, say it out loud. Let them. And then ask yourself, what do I need to do for me? If this video sparks something in you, don't let it stop here. You'll find the link to the book, The Let Them Theory, in the description below. If you haven't read it yet, I highly recommend going deeper. The real transformation happens when you engage with the ideas yourself. And more importantly, you'll also find the link to the practical toolkit. And that toolkit is designed to help you move from understanding to implementation, from insight to action. Because knowledge only matters when it changes how you think and how you behave. Download it, work through it, apply it. And if this video added value to you, make sure you like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs clarity in their why. This is Ideas to DNA, where knowledge becomes action. I'll see you in the next video.